All right, welcome to Alex Creeby's morning trading session. So here we are today. This is what I've got up so far. I did have a no entry on the pound Aussie. If you guys took that trade and didn't cancel it, you definitely won. So that's good. Pound yen is a no entry because it was counter trend. Basically with the pound Aussie, and I'll show you in a minute, I double checked it and there was an up move, like a green box that did form just barely. And I'll show you what that looks like. The first EuroCAD trade we took a loss on, and the second EuroCAD trade is open. The EuroCAD was just higher than EuroCAD 1. There were two possible entries there. So still a standard range long, no changes to that. Oh, there was a change, I guess, from the breakout to a standard range long. So that's it. Let's jump into it, huh? All right. Still waiting on the euro, the pound. It's taking off like a bandit. Maybe we could find something nice in here now, huh? Here's my what it could have should have trade. Keep that on there. All right. Hopefully there's some good opportunity here on the pound. Doesn't look too bad. Looks like we have this. Pretty good opportunity, and then this. So this is one of those things. This isn't a basing candle, but it is. It did close in, so it's not a what is it called? Like a traditional basing candle, where this is 50%. The body is 50% or less of the range, but it did close inside the previous candle. So technically, it's a base. It did react. Then we've got this one, which is pretty obvious. So this is one we're definitely I'm gonna look at both of them here. Although we could just turn this into, well, not really a level. I was gonna say a level on level, but this didn't even go into this zone. What is this? Here, let's see. We've got a 7 at 3.2. So that is halfway in. So this would be a decent trade to take. This actually it's not even a trade anymore. So I'm going to go ahead and set these up. The only reason I'm taking this bottom one is because it's got this one on top of it, and it worked. So just in case the top one doesn't work, the bottom one will be like the saving grace. It's not an ideal setup, but it is still, like, it did work. As you can see right here, it's 50% in. The only thing that's wrong with it is we don't have that 50% basing candle, but we do have this one above it that is a 50% basing candle. So the bottom one is just going to be like a safety net in case the top one doesn't work. Okay. Ish. Three 139. So good old almost 4-to-1 trade there. It's nice. All right, so it's going to be 37 and 47. Yeah. And we can, so here's one of my rules with this too. The bottom zone takes the same profit area as the top zone. So this right here normally would cancel this one out, but since this one hasn't even like shown that down candle yet, well, even if it did, I would take the profit target for the bottom for both zones based on the top zone, because the whole thing kind of pushed it up. It's just the way I think about it. Really, I mean, it's kind of arbitrary to be honest, but like you know, one zone pushed up that far. If the first one fails, the bottom one, you know, I think is a likelihood. And what I'll do too is I'll just manage it on the way back. So like when that trade fills, I'll just kind of like look at it and be like, where should I actually have this profit target? And I usually reduce it a little bit. And I'll show you what I did on the EuroCAD when we get there because I adjusted that. Plus it makes it easier for like logging and stuff like that. Okay, so this one's going to be 82 and 9. I just gotta make sure I'm looking at this because this could be $1,000 trade almost. That'd be nice. If the first one fails and then boom, $1,000. That's a 1 to 10. Oh, that's pretty cool. Okay, anyways. There we go. There we go. So that's set up. Take the picture here. There you go. I mean, it's also low on the curve. We do have the uptrend that I look for. So it's all, you know, it's all there for me. So let me get Jing up. I wonder what they're going to change Jing to. See right here, it says Jing is already, oh, okay. But yeah, they got a new tool coming out. Hopefully it works the same way because this is like really stupid proof. You click the button, then you click and drag where you want to take the picture, and then you take the picture, and you name it. I wish I could just hit enter though to save instead of having to click on that button. Okay. So now we're just going to move this to my other screen so I can see it. Standard long, that's what I like to see. I'm just going to make this bigger here. 1.3. Oops, this is not a new entry, this is a pending. Standard long. Alright, make the pictures. I should really have these videos saved into the trading charts folder. That would make my life so much easier. I mean, really not much. I just click on one button. But still, it would be like consolidated then. What all I'm putting in here is just my notes. So, low on the curve, uptrend, solid with a T, apparently. There we go. Solid setup. Bottom zone isn't a 50% basing candle. But is inside the previous range. Now, if that was our first entry, I don't think I'd be taking it, but it's the second entry, so we're going to give it a shot. I try to be as like consistent as I can, so hopefully that doesn't mess up my consistency. All right, so that's the pound. Click on this. Get back up there, perfect. We're gonna go into the Aussie here. There we go, we just came into higher time frame supply. So we're just gonna wait for this one to turn around. Probably the same on New Zealand. Just to do that there. You guys might be wondering why I'm wearing a hat inside, because my hair is crazy. Because this is like the trader dream, I guess, you know? Like, you wake up and you're in your pajamas, which I am, and then you just jump on your computer and trade, and that's what it's all about. Alright, here we go. So we got the dollar CAD failed on the higher time frame. So now we got to find a new higher time frame demand zone, which looks like the next thing is going to be down here. So we got the up move. It came down and then broke. I'm just going to draw it on the line so everyone can see. So we got this, this, and this. Even though this was kind of like the moving control here, we did create new ones, and bam, we did close above here, and it all kind of started from there. Plus this is all used up, so we got to find something, you know? And that's just how that's how we can find things. So this is our next area. Maybe we'll have some good shorting opportunities coming up here, because that should be a long ways down. Yeah, see this punched through there, traded into here. So actually this might even be the area, but I'm just going to take it a little lower because it does look like it's coming in hot. Normally I like to have this right on the magnet thing, but you just bring it down to the line. So there we go. The only problem is our breakout area happened way the hell up here. So maybe we can get some kind of reaction. Maybe I should actually put it at this zone right there. It's less than 50%. It does have 2 touches. And this one's also fresh. So what I am going to do is I'm going to mark this off. I'm going to take the higher one. Just because if shorting opportunities do come up and they're not good, I don't want to be on the wrong side of them. So we're going to leave that. And then if long opportunities come up too, we can take them. You know, we can try to maximize the amount of good trades we can take. So yeah, that's what we're going to do. So I just, I marked off this zone, because this would be like the standard range long trade right here, and then this would be like the backup standard range long trade if I was just trading the daily chart. Maybe actually, let me double check this. If this 51.9, all right, yeah, that's halfway. That's less than halfway. So yep, that's a good zone. But yeah, if I was just trading this chart, this would be a standard range. You get your up move, your down move, your up move, and this is below the down move. So we do have 2 touches in it. It's got maybe one more touch, but you know, we'll see. So hopefully we can catch some longs on the dollar CAD. Moving on to the dollar franc. We got some text messages coming in. Having a New Year's soiree tonight. Having my brother and his kids over, basically, maybe my buddy, my army buddy. Alright, so nothing, just waiting for the euro franc or the dollar franc to turn. Same thing with the dollar yen. We do have an up move. This is where this is like super annoying right here when it does this. I wish like the second candle had a high that was the same or higher than the previous one. Otherwise you just get this. And it's like, I have one of the charts, I marked it off like that, but I am going to temporarily mark this one off like that, just so I can see the green line. Be really sick to get some good trades this week. It is New Year's too, so this whole week, last week was Christmas, so it's kind of like, you know, you could probably imagine there's lower volume. So waiting for this one to show, close below here. Closes below there. We got a potential short opportunity until it comes down to low on the curve there. As you can see, there's probably something in here that was working. Yeah, right here. Took, you know, the tippy top of the candle there. These are trades like last week that I would have been taking, possibly. But it already came high on the curve, but that's a no-go for me. Sometimes it is hard to not trade that stuff. Because it's like, well, it's still an uptrend. It's still an uptrend. But it also came high on the curve. So just gotta not pull the trigger. Wait for a better target. Oh, there's 6 candles. So I'll just move this one here. As you can see, this pound yen trade might have worked, but now we have a new opportunity. Let's see if it actually hit the line. No, barely missed. It took this top area right here. So if you did take this, I mean, it is low on the curve. It is, for me, that would be counter trend. That's why I didn't personally take it. And we would have hit both targets if you would have taken this top area here along with it. So now we're looking at this. Oh, fuck. There we go. Stop below this little swing point here. And now we've got a good old, what else we got this too? We do have these two areas here. What's the profit potential so far? Both. A huge zone, 64 points to 93. So these are tricky. Sometimes I never know what to do with these. But these are two perfectly good zones. This one has, this is 50% and closed inside the range of the previous candle. This is kind of a leg out candle because it closed outside. It is a basing candle with a 50% rule, but it did close outside. So I'm just going to take the bottom one because if I put my stop here, it's got to go like probably below this candle right here. And that's like right in the middle of this zone. So I'm just gonna take this bottom one. I might change my mind later and find a good reason for taking this bottom or the top one too. But for now, I'm just gonna take the bottom one. $3.93. And then for these yen pairs, I just take the first three numbers. So you'll see like my profit here, it's 143.9308. I just take 930. That's it. So this is the 371, and I leave the 3 out. Mostly because I can't just type it in. But it also gives me consistency. So I'm not rounding a certain way. It's the easiest way for me to be like, okay, this is my rule, this is what I do, this is how I follow it. So certainly not bad. Let's try 30,000. Oh, Jesus. Getting closer. Ooh. So 27,000. Oh, the pound yen. All right, so here we go. All right, so we're going to do 25,000. Oop. 25,000 and 2,000. And this is going to be a breakout range long trade because we are 50% below, 50% or more proximal to the breakout. I just like to use that proximal word because they use it in the classes and it's like kind of brings everything together, you know. Oops. So this is actually going to be higher. 9308. Let's move this over. It just looks a little better here. So there we go. My second profit target is normally, it's pretty arbitrary. It's just kind of what I see is double the distance between here. It's the same distance between here and here. I think it's probably a little bit shorter, but that's just kind of like a ballpark area. Because I like, Scott Turf once said when I took my, what was it, that 3-hour deal? He's like, let your lottery tickets run. I'm like, all right. So I just keep like a smaller position on to let my lottery tickets run. It does mostly just make me feel good when they get hit. That's it. Because I take most of my money off on the first profit target there. It's like 90% basically. 90% of the order comes off the first target, then I let my lottery ticket run. Because the 2-to-1s, they work. They paid really well. I was messing around with the idea of taking half off at T1 and half off at T2. I think my win ratio would go up, but like, you know, I just like doing it the way I do it. So I'm sure there's better ways out there than what I do, but this is what I do. So that's all I'm really concerned about. Another thing with this too, this little area, is that's kind of part of the move out too. So this, it came up, stopped and based, and then rally, pulled back here a little bit, and rally, 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 rally. Honestly, what I prefer to see is my first target be below this pink line if I can, if there's a, because that's pretty good, you know, because it's like it'll go at least back to the breakout point probably. But anyways, moving on. Oh wait, I got to pick my picture. So we got a low on the curve. We don't have an uptrend yet, but we do get the breakout to the upside. So here we go. Alright, so this is going to be a pound yen 1 because I already have a pound yen. And the reason I name it like this is because they won't let you name something the same in there. In this bottom part of the sheets. I always mess that up trading in pairs. So I put the 1 point something. Oops. That's really nice. That's gross. There we go. Breakout range long. Alright, that's only the one trade, that's right. See, if I go to name it, it doesn't work. It gives you red. If I hit enter, it says it already exists, please name it something else. I'm like, okay. So I just put the 1. I don't start at 2 because I'm like, well, I didn't use the 1. You know, I don't know. Just kind of my own little quirks, I guess. Quirks. Come on, curve. There we go. Upside. So I was coming up with this trade plan and like kind of developing it and doing it over and over. What I kept doing, so you got this like, so say you got the downtrend, right? And say this little like area would have, I'll just blow it up. This little area would have worked. Okay, actually, let me explain this maybe in a different way. So the whole idea here is that the uptrend is going to start once it hits here. So it'll look like that. And then we'll get our uptrend out of there. So it's like the beginning of the uptrend. It allows you to take these trades that haven't formed trends yet. That's kind of the idea behind it. So then you'll get your trend. That other box was supposed to be green. I'm sorry. Hopefully that wasn't confusing. But yeah, that's the idea of these breakout range trades that I've like done. You get the beginning of the trend too. You don't really get it until the breakout happens. So, you know, there's that, which kind of sucks, but you know, you can still at least get in something before the trend has actually formed. God damn it. All right, we got 5 boxes. Let this close above here, and then we'll have a long opportunity there. Most of this stuff is just waiting. So here we go. Came low on the curve, and then high. So if we would have taken something on here, we wouldn't have been allowed to. So this kept us out of a loss. This close is 883.65. It's higher. So this closed above here. Technically that broke out, but we are trading in supply. Trading in these kind of really tight ranges too is like, or the tight curve areas. It's like, man, this is bullshit. See, I wonder if we could take this though, you know, like take these areas down here. Because we don't have a trend, so it was the uptrend. And it is inside higher time frame demand. I'm not going to because I don't have rules for it yet, but that's why I keep those purple lines on there too, to just kind of see, like, can I add a new rule to my trading thing that would allow me to take more kinds of trades? Not today, though. Not today. Here we go. Here's the Euro CAD. I'm up $200, so that's really nice. So here you can see you've got this, and this is actually what I was talking about with that. There's a green candle or a green box right there, but that's the only place I can put it. That's really nice. I like that. So I'll blow it up on this one. So as you can see, we got the straight. I'm gonna make the green box though, so it at least shows up here. So here we go. And this is why I take the 2 entries, right? Because if this one would have worked, boom, I would have deleted this one. That's what I do. So if like the top one works, I just delete the bottom one. So I'm like, oh, there was the demand. Found it. And then what I'll do too, I'll bring it up on here. Trading property, show orders. And you can see I moved. I should move this maybe a little more down too. And call it like that. So I did move that. So we should still be about 9. Oh yeah, we're still in like the over 4-to-1 area on there. So hopefully we can get up to T1. Yeah, I moved it here because I'm just like, if I was only using this time frame, I would obviously look for supply above here to take a trade. But I'm like, I see these basing areas. Sometimes they can like ding, they can work a little bit. Like you'll get up here, it'll pull back and then go. And I just like to skip that whole pullback part. I don't like seeing that stuff at all. I'm sure if you guys have ever, I mean, if you've been trading for any amount of time, you've probably had that where it comes in and like say, like this little thing, it'll like it'll work, and you're like, oh no, I gotta get out, but you gotta stay in because like that's your rule. Now, if it gets within a couple points here, I'll cancel a trade. I'll straight up take my profit like a couple points early because I'm like, I'm not giving all of that back because that is painful. That is super painful to watch that happen. But yeah, so we got the EuroCAD is open for the second entry, and then I'll take the picture of the post trade. I'll take a picture of the post trade when this trade is played out too. Because technically it's like the same, for me in my mind, it's the same trade. It's just 2 different parts of the trade, I guess. So that's kind of my logic there. Plus it hasn't like completely played through. But yeah, going on the Euro Aussie. We got it close above. Probably found something in here that worked a little bit. And what would have been? It would have been this, but it would have happened before there. Maybe that. This whole area. Because it did come back. Almost hit there. You could have gotten maybe something out of there. But it was so messy. That's the thing. It's like so gross. I like to do that though sometimes. Just go back and I'll like look at what I could have seen or what I didn't see. And that's just like any basing area that fits into the plan you have to take, even if it looks kind of shitty. I mean, if it looks too shitty like that one, I don't take it. But you know, you also have to have rules for your good basing though. So like this right here, this is a base. It closed inside, half candle, closed inside, half candle, closed inside, half candle, closed. 993. It's lower than 992, so this is a leg out technically. I think 993 is higher than 992, so this is actually a base, 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 base. You get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 candles in a base. So if you're going to draw like this base, for me, for my rule, it would be this entire area right here. That's the base. And then I put my stop above here because you got another base, so it'd be like level on level. But this traded inside the body of this, so yeah, that would be like a level on level for me. In that case, I might just take this top one. But even this top one, like base, base, like leg in, base, 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 leg out. But yeah, probably. I mean, if under better conditions, I mean, obviously that's not what I'm gonna take. That's just explaining the rules a little bit, how you have to be consistent with your rules and what bases actually look at, like what a trend actually looks like, you know, for you. A lot of people use like moving averages. That's a really good way to you want to learn something about that for understanding trend. The RSI, you can use RSI as a trend tool too. There's all kinds of different things you can do depending on what you're struggling with. So anyways, I digress. So we got to move up. We don't have a down move though yet. So something here would have worked, huh? Oh yeah, we had that same kind of pattern but reversed on one of the pairs. So you get like your base, but it traded through, but then it worked. You know? I don't know. Nothing really there for me though. Euro New Zealand. Euro pound. What the fuck is this? There we go. There we go. We finally got a nice breakout on the euro pound, huh? Look at that. So let's check her out, huh? All right, so we've got, I'm probably going to take this one right here. Just similar to the other ones we were looking at. This would be part, like this can be a base by itself, but it's also kind of a leg out candle too. So I'm going to go ahead and take this one. Hopefully it works. Hopefully it gets up here. Maybe I'll just trade the bottom one and you don't ever get in. That's the name of the game sometimes though. But I do like this top one better because it closed inside the previous candle and it's 50%. Those are like the best ones, I think. But then you know for sure that it's like, yep, you can call that a base and like there is no question of it. Just a tad higher. Since we don't have our move back up on the hourly yet. Here's the put profit targets, 23 to 54. All right. So we do have quite a few good trades today, I'm not gonna lie. 8529, 0.8474. So yeah, we got like a 2.5 to 1 almost ish. Jesus, 50,000 is too much. So this will be 29 and 38. Yeah. Hopefully we can some really sick trades this week. That'd be sick. Like that one, that $1,000 one, that'd be sick. I would shit my pants. Honestly though, it'll probably move to like say $700, but still, like that's a 1 to 7. That's really good. Those don't come around every day. They certainly don't hit every day either. You'd be like, oh, I got a $700 opportunity where I get stopped out anyways, and then it doesn't even matter. You just lose. It's like, shit. I don't want to lose. It was 3,800. Oops. 30. Oh, did I hit the numlock? I don't know why numlock is a thing. Oh, here we go. Okay. 8427. Alright, so here we go. We'll just did I do the first one? I gotta make sure here. Make sure I punched them both in. Yep, there we go. Okay. So let me get my picture. See, this is a perfect ideal setup. Downtrend. Starting from here. Downtrend. High on the curve, boom, dude, that's money, man. That's money. Assuming it comes back up, it might just like drop to the fucking center of the earth here, and we might never get into it. But that's the name of the game sometimes too. Because what I found is, out of all the trades I take, half of them hit, and then I win half of those ish. It's kind of like those are kind of like the numbers. It is always sad to see you lose because no one ever wants to lose. It would be nice if like every trade you just took was a winner. There's so much money you can make. Dude. So much money. It's stupid. I'd be a different person. Like I'm kind of a cocky person. I would be 100% arrogant and invincible, and I definitely have that. like narcissism coming off real hard, but that's not. It's not real. One of my girlfriends, or my fiance said that one of her wishes was that I won every trade. And I'm like, babe, you have no idea what that would do to me. Like, I know myself enough to be like, yeah, that wouldn't be a good idea. You know, you got to have some humility in your life. Winning every trade is not a way to get that. Anyways, I kind of digressed there. So there's the euro pound in the log here. This is really good to do, man. Like, once you're coming up with like a trading plan, kind of like, for me, I didn't write my stuff down until like I needed a reminder to like what I was actually looking like. So when I was in Kuwait and I first figured it out, I was watching a lot of the core strategy stuff and I like figured it out. I'm like, bam, this is what I want to do. And let me get this picture in here and I'll show you what I started doing. Curve, downtrend, money. All right. So yeah, here's what I was doing. Like I'd have my trading top ramp. I'd have like 40, like just so many of these boxes, right? And not just trading like these first couple, like the immediate ones. I forgot to trade just 5. And I think I just had like a bad week where I read something wrong, and then like that week changed my whole trading thing. Like I can show you. I don't know. Some of you guys might not want to see this, but you know, maybe this drags these videos on a little longer. But like, you know, just let you know you're not out there. You're not alone. Like everybody goes through like their stuff, dude. And this sucks. Like I lost for a very long time, and it took me I needed to understand trend. And I'm like, how do I do this? How do I do this? And this, like figuring this out was really what it took. So see here in July, I won. That's not a good month to show for this example. Obviously 44. Did I click on the same one? Probably. 18.8%. So this is a losing week. Look at that. So many trades. So many trades. Let's take a look at some of these though. Like the Euro Aussie. This is an old trade. Euro Aussie. Alright, see, this is like I was just trying to figure it out. So I started combining boxes and lines and all kinds of shit, and it just got way too complicated. But I was trying to figure out like what the fuck is the trend, you know? Man, I was trying to trade like the 4-hour charts inside of here. There was one I was just using 2 time frames, and I was just like getting my ass kicked all the time. So I just went back. Like this took me like a month to be like, okay, I got to take a step back. I got to stop coming up with these things because, well, the core strategy to teach you to use it like just they zoom, like so based on like what I've seen, you zoom way out, and then you just draw your boxes on the most obvious things. And it's like, well, I've got really good vision, and I can see all of this stuff. I mean, I can't see the closes anymore, but like I can see like that's a low, that's a high, that's a low, that's a, you know, and then where I got my boxes there, that's a low, high, like, well, that's arbitrary. So this using the close below and the close outside of the range method, that's what I call it. Well, that's cool what it is. Because you close outside the range of the previous candle, and then you close outside the range of the previous box, basically. I was able to be like, that's something I can do consistently over and over again and not fuck up, essentially. That's what you want to do. You want to find something that you can do every single time, and if you don't do it right, you'll know. It's not going to work every time. That's the name of the game, though. I know I keep saying that name of the game. It's like my new catchphrase. Here we go. On the Euro Franc, looking for an uptrend. Hopefully we can get it a little trend before we get up back into the high on the curve here. But that really is like, you have to be consistent with what you do. You have to figure something out, and you got to figure out how you can like do it over and over again. Like that's what it is. It doesn't take a genius to like trade. Like if I taught somebody my plan, they should be able to just do this plan and just know to look for closes, know how to mark the trend, or like that. Like you can now make a trend. You know, maybe it's a shorter term kind of trend. Yeah, but does it work? Yeah, it works enough. Like, do I miss opportunities? Absolutely. I'm sure, because I don't use like divergence and that kind of stuff like in my trading really, except that one divergence trick where I have to have the close above like to here to make an uptrend. But here as you go on the Aussie, waiting for just a turnaround here, the Aussie CAD, pound Aussie. Ooh, almost hit that. But it was counter trend, so we didn't take it. Well, I didn't take it. Oh yeah, that's right. That's what we talked about today. Yeah, Yeah, so we do have the counter trend here, but if you would have taken it, or found a way to gotten in it, like, no, that could have won. That could have made you some money. I don't think I actually would have gotten in it then. So it's kind of shitty to see that, and like this is an opportunity too, where it's like, man, I could have broke my rules this one time, and then it could have worked. It's like, yeah, it would have, but then you would have potentially built a bad habit of breaking your rules, and then it's like, oh man, what were my rules? Because I've been losing now. And I've been through that, and it sucks, dude. That really sucks. I hate that. Anyways, delete this. What do we got here now? Oh, look at that. Same kind of picture as the other, like the Euro pound, huh? Just delete those. Not feeling really, just kind of going on tangents today, man. I'm kind of in a good mood though. You know, it's New Year's. My brother's coming over. Like, it's kind of cool. I think. It's never really come up before. Got some beers in the fridge. So here we go. This is an example too. So like, there's no close inside the range of the previous candle. But you got this basing candle, and you got this pretty much basing candle. I don't want to say pretty much, it's a stupid word. So 35.6, 17.3. So this is technically, I guess, a basing candle. Hopefully I measured it right. But, so you get the one basing candle and a basing candle above it, just bam. Like, that, then it's okay. Like, that's a base. You know, that's the only thing you got. So probably stop below there. 60-point stop. 120 points out of there. And these first targets, since it doesn't have the turnaround yet, it's just kind of arbitrary. Get as close to 120 as I can. It's 140. Yeah, we'll call it like 130. We'll call it good at 130. That's fine. Because once it hits, like I'm probably like then I'll like adjust my profit target accordingly. I don't know. Because it doesn't have one. No, I don't have a profit target, but I do have an opportunity, and I want to make sure I take it. Here we go. So it's going to be a breakout range long, 87.52, 1.88, 84. Is there 3 8s? No, it's only got 2 8s. There we go. So we get 100,000 out? What the hell? 8693. No, we're not going to get 100,000 out of that. There's no way. 20,000. $24,200. All right, so it's going to be 22 and 22. So 22,000. Wait. Yep, it's 22 and 22. Go. Do want to look at this actually. Show orders. $204 there. Okay. I just wanted to see, make sure, like, because that's like looking at the what the profit target actually is kind of like a double check for me. So I can check the amount of money and the amount of points that I'm like risking. And I just want to be sure I typed everything in right. Oops. So you gotta go back to Pound Aussie, take the picture, put it on the trade log. Sometimes it is really easy for me to forget to like log it, although that is like the most important thing. Well, the most important thing is coming up with a winning trading plan, but like this is part of it because then you can know what you're doing wrong. And like I can't tell you, like this actually saved my trading. Like this is like 2 or 3 times now, just because I get like off track with myself. But I try different things, you know, I look at stuff and then I come back to, you know, what I was doing. And I'm like, okay, bam, that's what I was doing. That's what I got to keep doing. And I yell at myself and I'm like, rah, 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 rah. We're not in July anymore. We're not in Kansas anymore, Dorothy. All right. So here we go. Pound Aussie 1, long 1.8752, 1.86. 693, 1.8884, 1.8986. Pending. Breakout range long. That's what we're looking for there. What? 7. Oh, so I didn't put the euro pound in yet. Oh, yeah, I didn't name it. Okay. Something too, like just any kind of little error in this, it like can throw the whole thing off, which is really annoying. Gotta get stretch in there. All right. Low off curve. Breakout to upside. There we go. Money. Money stamp. All right. Oops. That's already a thing. So now we just got the pound CAD. Looks like there might be an opportunity on here too. It's the lowest point. See here's an example of like it didn't close above, but it still worked. But guess what? I still follow my rules. Those are my rules though. If you guys have your own rules, you can take stuff like that in your trading plan. Feel free, by all means. You know, if it works for you. But for me, I've just found it's better to do it this way. And you can see it already worked. So this is kind of the same thing. Really messy though. I'm gonna leave the pound CAD alone. Actually, we got pretty similar trades going on like the pound and euro pound and all them other things. So I'm just gonna probably leave that. Well, actually, let me check it out. Is it an uptrend? This close or this low 7103, 7104. So that's an uptrend. So actually, I think I will go ahead and take this 1 second though. Okay, there we go. Take a quick little potty break there. So the pound CAD, so this is an actual uptrend. So we are going to take, I'm going to take this, and oh man, it's so hard. I might as well just take the top one. We got 36 points there, 37 points, so 74. And here's the thing too, like putting the stop, I'd have to go below this candle anyways. So I try to like with my stops, I try to do my best to put it below the previous candle's low for buying and the previous candle's high. So we're gonna go ahead and just do that. All right, I just had to pause the video I was watching on my phone there. StarCraft video. These dudes do like these bronze to grandmaster things. It's like beginner to advanced videos, and they go through the entire like ranking system. And this guy seems to have a pretty good one. There's things I struggle in that game with, but we all have our strengths and weaknesses. Here we got 40, and we're at 94. So like, 1.15 to 1 or something like that. Okay. Alright, so 1.7235, 1.71 even. Try 4,000, a little too much there. 5,000, not a little much. 3. Okay, so it's going to be 29 and 35. So this is going to be one of those where like, so as it starts to come back on the arrival, if it closed, or if it did like the down move on the 60 before 2 to 1, then I'm going to go ahead and probably just cancel this trade altogether because it didn't get as far away as I want. Like I said, it can still work. But regardless, it's not going to work for me because I'm not going to take it at that point. So this is just something we got to watch and be mindful of. There we go. Get my picture. Picture day every day. All right, and here we go. Yeah, you guys will see that probably in tonight's video. If the markets are open, I know it's New Year's, the markets will close for Christmas, which I didn't actually know that that was really a thing, but it only comes around once a year, so. If that's the case, if the markets are closed tonight, don't expect a video, but if they are open, expect my video. My brother might even get to see what I do here. But yeah, I do want you guys to know I've been at this for like almost 7 years now, and I've like after like this year, this whole year and this time in Afghanistan, like I finally freaking figured it out. And part of it is like me, and I like have a struggle to like learn things because of my, my own ego. I don't want to like listen to like say what Justin Krebs or Sam Evans or Shirian Matthew or Bashir have to say. I just want to like figure it out myself, And that can sometimes be the really hard way to do it. And then I watch Kayla's videos, and I'm like, I haven't been doing this right. Like, I was about to just start like taking only OTA trades, and just doing that for like a year, and then seeing if I could figure it out. But I had to figure this out before that, and yeah, it's worked. It's worked really well for me. So hopefully I can share this knowledge with you guys and you guys get something out of it. If not, I'm still going to make the videos anyways because I like to. Always wanted to be like, have my own TV show, I guess. Plus, it doesn't really cost me anything extra to like do these videos. I've sent this trading spreadsheet to a few people now. Hopefully, if you guys have any questions on that, if you want it, shoot me a message. PM, and I can get this out to you. I just need an email address. I do have a copy now on OpenOffice, so I can just send that copy. Sometimes the Google Doc stuff gets a little weird to send to like not Gmail accounts, so it's kind of annoying, but I do have the copy made on a format that will be able to be used on all kinds of Excel spreadsheet reading stuff. So it is available. It is pretty customizable too to like whatever you want. So every time low on curve, uptrend, money. I just kind of put it in there for fun. Might not be money. Might be less money, but regardless. Okay. Let's picture it right. There we go. So here we go. Last pair of the Frank. Get that up on kind of similar to the pound Aussie a little bit. The fact that we had like downtrend, and we get the breakout to the upside. Measure the whole move, 166. Oops. Check this here. Yeah, so anything below that pink line is going to be, well, that's not true. So like right there, anything below the wick of this candle is going to be fine. You just got to make sure, like for me, I got to make sure it's half or like below. See, now they're the same picture here. Look at that, same thing, same thing. So I am actually probably going to leave this pound franc alone, although here's an area, there's an area, And you get this tiny little area down here. I'm going to leave this one, though. I just don't want to expose myself to the risk. I already have like 2-pound trades. I got the Euro pound trade. Got a lot of trades just using these pairs. I don't want to put all my eggs into one basket like this. So I'm going to leave this one alone. Plus, this is like the worst looking one, too. I know I try to take opportunities as they come, but sometimes it's like, oh man, these are all going to look the same, and hopefully they all go with you, but sometimes they don't, and that can really burn a hole in your account really fast. So here's just a last look at the Euro CAD, coming back a little bit. Check it out on 15. Or the 30, whatever. Hopefully this will hold, push higher into our zone. But you see, you got the lower time frame, you got this little level right there. It is below this breakout area on the 15. But hopefully it works. Hopefully it works out here. But let's see. I'll put this up for you guys. You can see all of the information, all the trades that are up now. We got 11 of them. I mean, not really. We have like 8 or 9 of them because we have like a loss, an open one, and 2 no entries. So more like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 trades. Yeah. Also, this will be on YouTube. So if you want to check out the YouTube channel, if that's just better for you, it's just Alex Grebe. I think it's all one word. I don't really know. Yeah, Alex Grebe. There it is, right here. I'll put the that's just the 4 levels of fried chicken there. Where was it? There you go. But yeah, so check that out. Got any questions, comments, concerns? Like, let me know. Let me know down in the comments. Otherwise, Happy New Year, and we'll see you later.